Hello, we have another battle rep for you. We have 4 different ones since we got together this weekend and played a big mash of Elf Hammer. We have a Dark Elf list, a Wood Elf list, a Slanesh-inspired Daemons of Chaos list, and a High Elf list.
And everyone knows that Slanesh Demon List is like the Chaos version of Elves.
Yeah. And in the first one here we have a 3,000 points Wood Elves versus Dark Elves.
Normal battle line. Every battle is going to be a normal battle line in this little series.
Yeah, and you will probably see that we play next to each other with 2 boards, so you'll probably see a glimpse of the other person's bat rep that is going on at the same time to the left. But you'll see.
So, over to the Dark Elf list. Now this is a Dark Elf army inspired by Nagarite. I used to see it as both a High Elf army and a Dark Elf army. And I will make a showcase of it when when the armies are decently done and so on and so forth, because it's a really cool army. But over to his characters, he has a level 2 beast with the Spell Scroll and Dragonbane Gem. Level 4 Sorceress, Dark Magic with Earthing Rod and Talisman of Endurance on a cold one. His Master Beast B, Great Weapon, also on a cold one, Dawnstone, Ironcurse Icon, Dragonbane Helm, and then a Dreadlord with Ogre Blade, Charm Chill, Talisman of Preservation, and Potion of Foolhardiness. And my characters, level 4 Spellweaver, the normal one, Shadow with Book of Asher, a Waystalker for the first time with both Lauren, Beast B with Great Weapon, Spear, Hill of Doom Arrow, Standard, Dragon Helm and Lackstone too, because I had points over, and also level 2 Beast with the Spell Scroll. Over to deployment to the far left, you see some Dark Riders. In the wood you have a unit of 10 Corsairs with repeater handbows. Next to that you see a Bolt Thrower. The little Cupid Me's are Harpies. In the middle a big block of Cold One Knights with a bunch of characters in them, like every character that's mounted is in that unit. To the right of them you see some Executioners with the level 2 Beast.
Yes, and I can say that on the far left picture, on the picture before here, we have several green markers that separates the 2 boards. So if you see some sort of armies on the other side, yeah, that's another fight, another war.
Good information to know. And then you see in the behind the closest wall you see unit of another 10 Corsairs with repeater handbows. Behind them in normal ruins you have a Bolt Thrower. And you can also see to the right behind the house you see some shades, which you will see a little bit more here, and also some Witch Elves. I think it was like 21-ish of them. Another unit of Dark Riders, and in the woods you see 2 units of Shades with great weapons, or 1 with great weapons, and those that aren't painted yet have additional hand weapons. And also this is a normal forest. All the forests are generic forests, are normal forests, we're all for it, and my forest is of course a Venom Thicket. And over to the Wood Elves you see some Wild Riders, a unit of 15 Glade Guards with the level 2 Beast inside
A tower?
A tower. We play this as tower, not as ruins. See some more Wild Riders next to them, unit of 6 Treekins. 9 Way Watchers with the Waystalker. I put them all the way back here since he pretty much deployed in all his deployment zone, and I didn't have any good place to put them in. To the left of them you see the level 4 inside a unit of 15 Glade Guards. And you see Great Eagle, and behind the Great Eagle you see the Beast B on the Great Eagle. Next to them 10 more Glade Guards. Behind them the War Dancers. We'll see if they can pull off the same stunt they did in the last match against the Empire. You see 3 men. Then you see the Warlock Riders, fully painted this time. And behind them some Sisters. And on the other board you see the glorious Slanesh army taking on the High Elves battle will come on that match as well, so stay tuned. Over to... oh no, nothing. This is still deployment, an overall picture of the board. Pretty blurry one, apologize for that. Also, you see my two Glade Rider units that are in ambush.
At the bottom there.
At the bottom, next to the beer. Where it's supposed to be. Over to Vanguard, you see my Wild Riders move up into the wood. His Dark Riders move up, not as aggressively though. You also see my other Wild Rider unit move up into my Wood Elf Wood. Better the picture of that over here. On the left flank, you see the Warlock Riders move up, the Sisters move up a little bit. His Dark Riders moves up, and they are just in front of the Warlock Riders. A bit hard to see with all their trees on their bases. And yeah, the Cock Slab, finally. I made I do a Wounded General with the Arrow of Kurnos. And I thought I wounded him, but he had the Charm Shield. And yeah, he managed to save that one. Yeah, but the Charm Shield is gone. Always nice. And we roll off. He has +1, but I still win and goes first, which is pretty huge, I must say. And I move up like this, no charges, but I move the Warlock Riders, so they are just behind the Bolt Thrower. Sisters move up to the Dark Riders. Everything moves up a little bit, not the Gladiators though, but all the close combat units just to... I feel I have him I feel like outshoot him, so I just will let him come to me instead. Here I move away from the right flank, since I do consider his flank stronger than mine, so I kind of flee. Tactical retreating. And here's the middle. Move up the battle line a little bit, mostly to get the Wave Watchers into the wood and the Spell Weaver into the wood, and yeah, you see how it is. Magic, nothing happened, everything was dispelled. He uses the spell scroll though, so that's nice to get that one out of the game. So to shooting, and between the Tree Men and the Sisters, his Dark Riders die to the man. I shoot off about 8 or 9 Witch Elves with the Gladiator unit in the tower. And nothing more. So Dark Elves turn 1. He moves up, not too aggressively. The Corsairs on the left, I think he will moves up to handle the Sisters, which I know he considers a pretty big threat. And his Bolt Thrower does not turn to the Warhawk Riders. I think he considers the Bolt Thrower lost, and he can't do all the wounds on the Warhawk Riders, so he will focus on the Sisters instead. The Cold Ones moves up just a little bit, not too close, not too far. And here he moves a lot from his right flank to intercept a unit of Wild Riders, which I forgot to mention. But you will see it in a previous picture. They move up, the full movement up it right into his business, and I think he really, well, not panics, but he really wants to take care of that threat. So he moves up. I think it is a unit of Corsairs to block them from a charge on the Bolt Thrower, and 2 units of Shades to just try to shoot them down. And here he moves up to the remaining unit of Shades to be able to shoot at my flank. Same with the Dark Riders. The Witch Elves moves up. And yeah, his magic phase, his first spell, he rolls double ones. Lost concentration was level 4, and which means he has a level 2 beast with Wysen's Wild Form and Pelt, which is completely useless, so nothing more happens that magic phase. In the shooting phase, he kills the Wild Riders. In hindsight, I shouldn't have moved them up like that. I did sacrifice them just to get some stuff from the right flank, but yeah, costly chaff. I should have used the Great Eagle or something else. Between the Corsairs and the Bolt Thrower, he just manages to kill 2 Sisters, and they do pass their panic since they're Leadership 9 and they are awesome. so that's really good. He manages to kill only one Wild Rider between the Shades and the Dark Riders over here. And now some pictures of the battle line. Some more pictures of some awesome archers. And from the other point of view. Blur picture of the Work Riders, yeah. Pretty intimidating. Over to Wood Elves, turn 2. I managed to get a charge with the Wild Riders who stood adjacent to the forest, I believe. I needed a 11 on the dice, and I got it. So I charged the flank of the Corsairs, which is really nice. And to the complete difference, the 3-men failed a charge of like 5 on the Corsairs. Stupid ass 3-men, can't do shit. The Work Riders charges the Bolt Thrower. Over to movement, my sisters moves up behind these lines. I don't know why. Curse of Banner here still has a lot of range. They're pretty safe there. The War Dance moves up a little bit to be able to handle a, well, not a charge, but a counter charge on his knights, which I chap up with the Great Eagle, which you can see on this picture and the before. The Three Kings moves up to take the charge from the Executioners. Really do not want that combat, but if they have to charge something, it's rather be done than anything else. Over here, I do not move up anything, but you see my ambushers coming in, both of them, next to the Bolt Thrower, so that's really nice. Another picture of that, glorious. Yeah, my BSB moves up to stand behind the Executioners. Another picture of that, blurry picture, sorry about that. Blurry picture. And yeah, point of view from my Glade Guards. Oh yeah, my Spellweaver did not go by herself into the forest, she went into the weak unit of Wave Watchers. So she's not completely defenseless. Over to my magic phase, I get off the Withering and manages to lower his toughness by 3. So toughness 1 Executioners is really nice. Looking forward to shooting on that unit. And I also managed to get off Savage Beast of Horrors on my Waste Stalker. Even more awesome. Over to the shooting phase. Between the Glade Riders, we killed the Bolt Thrower, no problems. And yeah, here, I should have rerolled Jats instead. I think I did like between 20 or 30 wounds. But on those wounds, I rolled definitely more than 10 ones. It was just insane. So instead of annihilating the unit, which I hoped and counter with, we kill like a bit over half. And they do not panic and they stick. But yeah, some Executioners gone at least. Work Riders kills the Bolt Thrower, no problems. The Wild Riders kills the Corsairs, overrun since they're Frenzy. And that's Wood Elves turn 2. Over to the Dark Elves, turn 2. Yeah, he moves up with the Corsairs to, I don't know, shoot at something. The Column Knights charges the Eagle, can't do anything else. And the Executioners charge the Three Kings. One into Shades charge the flank of my Battle Standard Bearer. I missed that somehow. I think I didn't consider. I think I missed his unit behind the house or something. I didn't see it. But yeah, I am still pretty confident that my BSB will manage that combat. Another unit of Shades charges the rear of the Wild Riders. Now, since they have great weapons, I'm not that worried about the combat. I think the Wild Riders will just pretty much annihilate them. Another picture of that. Hard to rank up skirmishing units. And he moves up like this on the right flank. The Witch Elves, they closes the ground a little bit more, still taking a lot of shots, but yeah, what can he do? The Shades moves up to the flank, same with the Dark Riders. His Harpies moves up to, I don't know, block line of sight from the Wave Watchers, I presume. And that's just another picture of that. Combat. Pretty slaughter-festy. Yeah, nothing happens in Magic, nothing happens in shooting phase, so over to combat, yeah, with all the characters and all the other shit, the Eagle is pretty dead. You'll see some missing Cold War Knights, that's from shooting from the Wave Watchers from turn 1 and turn 2. Yeah, and this is this combat. He managed to kill 1 Treekin. His execution is still on toughness 1, so I kill like 8 or 9. But I think I win combat, but it sticks. Over here, I think I kill 1 or 2 Shades. He doesn't do any wound to me. I reform, so I don't have the flank anymore. And yeah, the Wild Riders kill everything except 1 Shade, but he sticks nonetheless. And there's just some action pictures. You also see how we reform these knights after the killing the Great Eagle. Since the executions were in the way, there wasn't any point in overrunning or anything else. And here's the Shades. No Shades. Dark Riders. Awesome models, awesome painting, awesome army.
But some Shades in the back. And his Cold One Knights. Yeah, Cold One / Silver Helms. Whatever, they are cool. Over to Wood Elves, turn 3. Yeah, charge the flank of the Corsairs with the Warlock Riders. And move everything else up to surround his knights. I play with the style of isolating then annihilate. So yeah, things are going my way pretty much right now. And here's another picture of the main battle line. You also see the fast cav Glade Riders moving up as well. And here the other Glade Riders moves up to, I don't know, shoot that stuff that survives from the Glade Guards. And here I move up the Wave Watchers to have a better view of the knights. And yeah, I would not like to be a Corsair in that fight. Magic phase, I get off Savages of Horror again on my Way Stalker. Awesome. The last time I think he didn't manage to do any real wounds, or no killing blows, he just made wounds which were saved by ward saves. But yeah, better luck this time. And that's how... yeah, this is after shooting, I believe. Yes. Now this is pretty awesome. I shot with the Glade Riders on the Shades. Killed 1 or 2. And he failed his panic, and they fled, and now they're right in front of the Witch Elves, so they cannot charge the building next turn, which is awesome. I'm not really worried about them anyway. I still get my stun and shoot and all other stuff, and if I don't kill them on stun and shoot, I don't think 1 or 2 Witch Elves can kill a whole unit of Glade Guards, just like that, but yeah, still pretty nice. And here, yeah, between all the shooting that's left, and the Wave Watchers, we killed all the Cold War Knights. The Way Stalker got 4 wounds off on his general, 2 normal, no armor saves, and 2 killing blows. He started to save the normal hits, and he has a 4+ ward save, and he saved 1 of them. And then over to the killing blow, and he saved both of them. So just, yeah. I can't complain about the match, but the general should have died there, in my opinion. Over to combat. The Warlock Riders break the Corsairs, run them down. The BSB kills all except 1 Shade, and which also stick, so what the crap.
The Wild Riders kill off this last shade, no problems. And here the Tree Kings kills everything except the level 2 and the champion from the unit. They break and they flee, and I do not catch them. You will see the champion and the sorcerer just behind the knights. I didn't overrun enough to get into the knights as well either, so that's how that look. Dark Elves turn 5, he charges, I think it was a pretty long charge. Oh, I don't remember, I didn't even think of this charge, but he charges his Dark Riders to the rear of the Wave Watchers. I'm not too concerned. I still have Savage Beast off on the Waystalker. I'm still in a wood, I shouldn't break. Yeah, pretty confident about that fight. He didn't fail in the Danish train test either on the horses running in, so, but yeah. The Knight charged the Treekins, and that's, he can only hit with the Mage and the Dreadlord, which is pretty nice, but I'm still hoping he won't kill and overrun and just annihilate the unit. Yeah, it will suck. No here, since the Witch Elves couldn't charge, they just didn't. They just moved up. The Corsairs, no course, the Shades can still misses the leadership test and continue to flee. Witch has moved up to knock on the door. And the Harpies moves up to, I don't know, stand in the way of the Wave Watchers. I don't know. They didn't have any better place to be on, so yeah. In the magic phase, he gets off Power of Darkness. Not nice for me, but well, what can I do? I dispel the rest at least. No shooting, over to combat. He manages to kill 2 Wave Watchers, and with all my attacks back, or all, it is like 4. No, there's like, yeah, 4 Wave Watchers, and I made away with the Waystalker with 7 Beasts. I only killed 2 Dark Riders, so yeah, what the hell. But I lost combats, but I'm still stubborn since I'm skirmishing in the wood, and I stick. And reform. The Beast Beef finally kills the last shade over there. And yeah, this is pretty huge. He kills 2 Treekins, no more, no less. I managed to get off 2 wounds on this level 4. But since it's only 4 models and I'm 1 rank, I'm steadfast and I do stick, which is huge. And yeah, would have turned 4.
Glorious.
The glorious multiple charge. The War Dancer charge the Knights in the rear. The Wild Riders charge the Knights in the flank. Now there's the champion standing in the flank, so they can only kill the champion, but yeah, it's still combat res. The BSP charges the Harpies. The Treeman also tried to charge the Knights, failed the charge, went into the swamp. We rolled randomly which swamp it would be, and it is a Mistweed swamp. And if you're not familiar with it, it is that you need to take an initiative test or lose D6 models. Not wounds, models. To my great delight, I do pass my initiative 2 test, so my Treeman still survives, but yeah, that was a scary moment. As for movement, you can see the Warlock Riders moving up. All the fast cav move up to shoot down the sorcerers and the champion, who fled even more his last turn. Here you see Glegor units angle up to shoot the Witch Elves. Magic phase, yeah, this is huge. I get off Curse of Andrew here. I think it was like I had 6 dices and he had 3 or something similar. I get off Curse of Andrew on the Knights, so now they have a lot harder time hitting me, which is exactly what I need as a Wood Elf. Then since I have +6 to cast, I get off Mind Racer on the War Dancers, which he promptly failed to dispel. So yeah, now this is looking pretty good. Shooting phase, shoot out the Wizard and the Champion without any difficulty. These Glade Guards shoot out the remaining 3 Witch Elves. The Glade Guards in the tower annihilates the Shades.
That were fleeing?
That were fleeing, yeah. True Flight Arrow on all my Glade Guards I can also add, since I haven't told that yet, but yeah. True Flight for the win. In combat, the Way Watchers finally kill the Dark Riders. The BSB kills the Harpies down to a man. And yeah, let the slaughter begin. The Wild Riders could only hit the champion, and they annihilated the champion. I think he spent all his attacks on the Tree Kings. Since against the Tree Kings he would get reroll to hit, he would still be on 4s with Curse of Underhear instead of 5s on the others. And he would still wound on 2s because he had Ogre Blade and Power Darkness, and yeah, so he manages to do 4 wounds on the Tree Kings, killing 1 and put a wound on another. When I struck back with the Wave War Dancer, I think I struck the Wizard with 2 models, since he only had 1 wound left, and they killed her, without problem. 3 models hit the BSB and killed him, no problem. And 2 hits the General, and only manages to do 1 wound. But yeah, he's on Snake Eyes, and he flees. And that's pretty much the game. He has 1 fleeing Dreadlord. Astray victory, as always. I almost said, yeah, this is my 5th match with Woodals, 5th or 6th, and I haven't lost yet. I haven't even been close to losing.
It's the sad truth, really.
I do not consider it because of my tactical prowess. I consider it because people don't know the Woodals book as much as they know other books, and yeah, they're still struggling to find a way to manage everything. But yeah, I do consider the True Flight Arrow with the Shadow Magic combo to be nigh on overpowered, especially against other elf teams, especially against this Darker Fleece with all the skirmishers and all the crap like that. But yeah, no problem there.
And as you can hear, he's a very modest man. And as you can see in the battle reports, in the 3 we have now, it just, every game turns out that we're dancing after his pipe, after his flute. So yeah, it's sure is some tactical mastery there. There's no denying.
And some luck with the dice.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah, I have since I got a lot of hate after this day. I have promised to bring a combat-oriented Woodal army to my next couple of games. So I need to paint up a crap load of Eternal Guards and combat units. I do not want to use Dryads, but I think I will have to, since they suck. But yeah, we will see how that works out. It will be a completely different kind of army compared to what you've seen so far.
So yeah, stay tuned and thank you for watching.